Thank you, Bill. About the time the NAACP was founded 100 years ago, a Detroit News reporter went into a neighborhood south of here, and he asked an elderly African-American man, "Are there any white people living in your neighborhood?" And he thought about it and said, No, there's some Polacks, but they ain't white. So maybe we got included under the original mandate, I don't know. I'm delighted to be here to bring greetings from the Piast Institute and from the Polish community to the NAACP, one of the greatest and most important organizations of the 20th century in America. It reshaped us as a people. And the Poles owe a great deal to it. Poland has produced, in the words of one prominent professor at Harvard, who is not Polish, one of the 9 or 10 great world-class cultures of the modern world. And that includes an incredibly rich musical tradition. That includes people like Chopin, Szymanowski, Górecki, Paderewski. Its literature, with its surprising number of Nobel Prize winners, is amazing for a country its size. It also has a wonderful and rich folk culture. Poland was located at the very heart of Europe, and one of the key cultural fault lines of our civilization. And it drew people from all over the world to settle there. It drew not only the West Slavic people, who are the core of the Polish nation, but also the Poles are also descendants of Germans, Dutch, Flemish, Scottish, Italian, Jewish, Armenian, Tatar, Ukrainian, Lithuanian, Yellow-Russian, and Ruthenians, and other people who joined it. With centuries-old traditions of elected parliaments, civil rights, limited government, and religious toleration, Poland produced a public culture that valued pluralism and diversity and tolerance. In the 20th century, its terrible experience and its deep philosophical and religious reflection on that terrible experience enriched humanity enormously by rethinking the meaning of liberty and human dignity for all time. John Paul II represented that Polish tradition that stressed so much the importance of human dignity more than anyone else. And he took that tradition and he gave it to the world. At the time of the American Revolution, when the large and prosperous Polish state was fighting for its existence against its autocratic neighbors, Poles engaged in the fight for liberty all across the world. One of their mottos was, "Wherever people fight for freedom, there is Poland." And they lived it. They joined the struggle for freedom in the first great black uprising for independence in Haiti. Thousands of Poles who had joined the French army to liberate their own country got sent by Napoleon to crush the rebels in Haiti. And hundreds of them defected and joined and they were voted honorary blacks. And their descendants today live in villages all across northern Haiti when they married the local people and settled down. Perhaps our greatest and most important figure is Tadeusz Kościuszko, whose name is always remembered across the world with Jefferson and then Washington. After 7 years of unpaid service to the American cause, he returned to Europe to lead the struggle for Poland. Thomas Jefferson called him the purest son of liberty I have ever met. And not just liberty for the rich and the well-born. In America, Thomas Jefferson's friend Kościuszko admonished him for being a slaveholder. Kościuszko spoke out loudly and emphatically against slavery. His opposition to slavery was more than just legal. You get some sense of his feeling when an American officer was killed he took his clothes, very, very rich clothes, and he insisted that they be given to the man slaves. He said, because their skin deserves to feel the good things of life as much as ours. He left a will, which you will find copies of on the poet's table, leaving all the lands that Congress voted him to be sold, and the money used to free slaves, to educate them, to give them land so that they become good citizens, good fathers, good parents, and people who would defend their country and their own liberty against those who would again enslave them.